Hello, guys, and welcome to Good Afternoon PC3. I am Riley Nyloff.
I'm Olivia Escobar.
And I'm Asher Vanderwood.
And just to let you guys know, our merch store is actually back up. So if you want some PC3 merch, just go to pc3media.com. But for right now, we're going to get back to the show and talk about our rundown. So to start off, we got misinformation. Then I'm going to be interviewing the National Guard. And then we're going to throw it to some news.
And then after news, we're going to have a little debate again. And this one's going to be about overrated or underrated movies. And then we're going to go into Reddit stories. And then after the Reddit stories, we're going to throw it back to news.
And then after news, we're going to do a quick game of Heads Up. And after Heads Up, we're going to do some ghost stories. So that should be pretty interesting. And then we're going to throw it back to news. And that should be it.
I do have some real-life ghost stories, even though he's a skeptic, but they are true.
I'm sure they are. Yeah.
Anyways, well, let's just get into misinformation.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going first.
Since
Olivia,
you're so prepared.
I'm in the hot seat today.
Olivia's in the hot seat today, so I guess I'm going first.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
See if
prepared.
you can remember your story.
Well, probably not, but okay. About, 3 years ago.
You said 4 years last time.
I said 3 years, actually. I said 4 years ago. I'm sticking with 3.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Me and my siblings were going on a bike ride, and we'd usually go, out of the neighborhood. So I can't remember exactly where this happened, but we were riding our bike, and I was in front of them riding. And my phone slipped out of my pocket, and I think it was fine when it landed, but then my sibling ran it over with their bike and completely shattered the screen because my case was kind of crappy, and it was very cheap. But it was like an iPhone, I think it was a 6. I think I had a 6 at the time, so it was like.
Was it
no,
3 years
no,
ago?
3 years ago. I had an iPhone X.
Your story really ain't adding up there.
What year was 3 years? 2020.
Yeah, I had an iPhone X. XR.
You just said iPhone 6.
Well, because I had an iPhone 6, and then I had an XR, and then I had an 11, and then I had a 12.
Okay.
I'm not judging because I know a guy who has a phone with a home button still. So.
Yeah,
I missed the home button, to be honest with you.
No, I don't miss it. It sucked.
Oh, well, personally, I liked it. So
I kind of liked it, too.
I cannot believe you. Personally, your story does not add up, okay?
Oh, really? Does it not?
No.
Okay.
It's not the same one you told before. Anyways, okay. Sorry. I'll go into my story.
It was the same story.
Anyways, so it was this year on Easter morning. I was driving home from my friend's house, and I think it's called, your strut. It broke on my car. My car falls to the ground, okay? And I was on, kind of a road where you can't pull the side because the end of it was, the sides were encaved. Because it was, not encaved. I don't know what word you'd use for that. There was,
Encaved? Okay, yeah, encaved.
There were indentions on, the side of the road because there was, woods. And so I had gone in there after the strut had... I'm not explaining this very well. After the strut had broke, a dent came on top of my car after it fell to the ground because a tree branch hit it. So then I pull into the neighborhood across the street, literally Easter morning. It's 8 a.m. And I'm just sitting there. I'm calling my dad, trying to wake him up. Because I'm like, Dad, my car's on the ground. It was dragging across the ground. And then we called a tow truck, and the tow truck came. Got towed home, and then my dad fixed it.
You're calling my story skeptical.
Yeah, so that's my story.
Wait, what happened to your car again?
The strut, I think it's called a strut, which was so I have a truck, so it holds up the truck. It had broke, so one side of the truck fell to the ground. Yeah.
What?
Wait, how?
Because the strut that holds it up broke.
So the wheel came off?
No, the wheel didn't come off. So you have your wheel, and then my truck is higher than the wheel because it's a truck. So the part that holds that up is what broke.
Okay. So it
Okay, sure.
Okay, do you get it now?
So it dipped down.
Yeah, so the one side of it dipped down. The tire was fine. I still used the same tires. My rim was scratched up really bad, but I still use the same tires.
I don't know cars. So I'm I don't even know how that would.
Encaved.
Okay.
If that helps you.
No.
Encaved.
Also, I don't
That
really
was
know.
the best word to use for that, okay?
It got towed.
Yes.
And they just wheeled it on back over to your house?
Yes, because it was Easter morning. So
I don't know how
where
towing
else
works
would they
either.
Take
Like,
it.
I feel like they just wouldn't take it to your house. They would like
They
take
aren't
it to a.
they aren't gonna take it to a shop because what if people don't like? Some people don't want to spend all the money for something they can fix themselves.
Yeah, but isn't it like when your car gets towed, like it gets like taken to
well,
like a.
if your car gets
yard?
impounded for you parking illegally or like something
Yeah.
like parking illegally, then it gets taken to like a yard. But if
Mm.
you call them yourself because your car broke
okay, I
down,
didn't think
they're
about
not
it like
gonna
that.
just take it to a yard and make you pay to get it out. So what do you think?
Okay, well, I don't know. I'm confused because I feel like Asher is lying because
Because Ashley's
You
always
said
lying.
that last time too. With
always
my whole
lying.
teeth
because
story.
I think because come on now.
Okay, the teeth story
That
was
was
really
real.
That was-
unrealistic.
that
I
was
don't
real
even know.
though. That
I
happened.
feel like you're missing some details or
missing some details.
telling the story
I was
wrong
like 6
because
and a teeth. Okay, you know what?
Also,
Whatever.
like it was just very short. You didn't like. It was very blunt.
This was last minute.
so you had to come up with your story last minute.
Sorry, I didn't have all the details.
And also, Riley was like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
think you're gonna. I hope you remember your story." And you're like, "I'm not going to."
That's up to you to decide. Who do you think is
I'm
lying?
calling you out. I just heard myself
Yeah,
scream
that-
from
you should be
inside the
I'm
screaming.
so like.
You're like,
What? Okay.
Studio.
What does the studio think? What are we thinking?
Yeah.
Actually, I just want to say that it sounds very interesting, your stories.
That's
See?
what I'm
you said
saying.
that last time too. Everyone said my.
I know, I'm not saying that you're lying, but I'm saying that
Because-
you're really...
I feel like Asher's lying.
I am a trustworthy person. My stories would never be a lie.
Usually, when I've been in the hot seat, I get it right. So this is like stressing me out.
Well,
I'm
time for
gonna
the street
say that you're lying, Asher.
time. Is that your final answer?
I don't know.
Your final
I don't know.
answer.
I'm freaking out.
That should be your fight. Okay, Asher's gotten away with it twice. He's definitely lying at this point.
Okay, I think you're lying.
Look at that grin.
That's
I
say
think
your
you're
final answer.
Yes.
He is lying.
I knew
My
it.
car
Told
did.
you.
Okay,
I
that's
knew it.
so Jurassic.
My
Why are
car
your
like
stories
fell
the
to the
craziest?
ground because I just have
Okay.
crazy things that happen to me, I guess. And there's the
Wow.
dent from the tree branch right there.
You definitely made that seem bigger than
Wow.
it was.
I was really
It was
confused.
I was
pretty
thinking-
expensive to fix, okay?
Okay.
And it still was. I had
Wow.
to take the bottom of my like front
Asher, I
bumper
knew you were
off
lying
'cause-
because
You don't know that.
You were outed. Like
Yeah,
you were
because
literally outed.
Riley knew who was lying,
Right.
and she was like, "Well, you're lying." And I'm like, "You're supposed to not be able to tell." And she's like, "Nope, I'm calling you out
And
right
you,
now." Let
well,
me
you kind of
expose
outed
the truth."
yourself. You were like, "I'm not gonna remember my story."
No, I didn't say that. That's
Yes,
fine.
you did.
Definitely did.
Okay, well, it could have.
Okay, well here we
Do
can do the
do
second
we even
story
have,
now.
Do we have enough time for the second one?
I think we do. So, go ahead, Asher.
Okay.
No.
No, we don't have
Okay.
time, unfortunately, for the second
Well,
story. But
I guess.
1 minute.
You know what, guys? Let's just go into our break. Let's just take a little break.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
So look at that. That's just our things that we're doing in order.
That feels like I'm in the...
Okay, well. Am I on? They need to be closer to the mic. Okay. These mics don't extend very far, so. Okay, we are live. No one told me that. Okay, so you can introduce your guys' selves.
I'm Sergeant James.
I'm Sergeant Zaliker. We're both with the Indiana Army National Guard.
He's actually secretly Toby Maguire.
Oh, Lord.
So he's holding the secret like Spider-Man. Okay. Well, we can just get into what is your guys' exact positions. You can go first.
So I am an assistant section chief, which is just a fancy way of saying boss. But essentially, I run the local Indiana Army National Guard recruiting team here in this part of Northwest Indiana.
Okay, and what do you do?
I'm just a recruiter. I come in and talk to the kids and harass everyone.
So she's your boss technically, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I have heard that you have been deployed, but she has not.
Yes, ma'am.
So what places have you been?
Afghanistan, Israel, Bulgaria, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Canada, and Ireland.
That's a lot of places. Do you have any like cool experiences? Like, have you met cool, interesting people?
I was just in the pyramids like 2 months ago, so that was pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, I got to go to the pyramids, Luxor. I stayed on an outpost on top of a mountain in Saudi Arabia, overlooking the Red Sea. Went scuba
Wow.
diving in it. It was a good time.
Is the Red Sea red?
It is not red. It's very blue. A lot of coral reefs.
Okay, and I talked to you earlier, and you said that the whole thing is an experience for you, that you can't pick out one exact thing that's your favorite.
It's hard. So I'm coming up on 20 years, so there's been a lot of good experiences in that time. It's hard to narrow it down just to any one thing. So for me, it's multiple things. It's being a homeowner at 24. It's being able to go to college for free and get paid to kind of pursue that process. Being able to provide health care for my daughter. Like, she just got out of braces, and I didn't pay a single dime for that. And that's a big win as a single mom.
Yeah. What was I going to say? What is some advice that you would have for people that want to join?
Don't be afraid to look into it. Knowledge is power. I think a lot of times the uniform is very intimidating, and especially for females. When I joined, my recruiter was a male, and I know that it was just kind of like, I don't know, it was just scary, I guess. Not that he was scary, but just the idea of talking to a man about basic training and job training and what is it going to be like. Sergeant James, his experience is very different than mine, and some of that has to do with gender, but a lot of it has to do with the career paths that we chose.
Now, you said you had joined when you were 18, right? Mm-hmm. How old were you when you joined?
I was 19.
So basically around the same.
Yeah, I was a 19-year-old senior, so it was like right when I graduated high school.
Did you want to be deployed? Is that like you
Yeah.
wanted to be?
Really bad. I graduated high school and I wanted to go combat. So, I don't know, there's like the Boston bombing and stuff when I was like in middle school and high school. I was kind of mad. So I wanted,
He's the real life G.I. Joe.
I wanted to do my part, I guess it was for me.
What advice do you have for people that want to join?
Like she said, don't be scared. And more or less, like once you're in, like there's a point in your life where you got to put like something before yourself, whether it's you don't join the army, you have kids or whatever. So once you're here, drink the Kool-Aid, be fit. It makes it a lot easier, makes life easier down the road.
Now, would you say that the training for girls and boys are different, or is it basically the same thing?
We are a fully integrated force. So we train together, men and women. We sleep separately. We have female barracks and male barracks. So our personal hygiene time and our rest is separated. But outside of that, yeah, we're a fully integrated force. So I could do what Sergeant James does if I wanted to. I'd have to put a little more work into it, just because I'm how many years older than you?
Like 12.
But I choose to have a very different career. So,
what steps did you have to take to work up to being the boss?
So the Army, depending on what rank you are, kind of tells you what military education requirement comes next in the promotion process. So in order to go from E5 to E6, you would have to attend a certain school. So when that time comes, you knock that course out. Sometimes it's distance learning, so it can be done online. Other times it's a resident course, so you may have to go to a school for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, so that you can obtain that certification or that credential. And then for me, it was a volunteer opportunity to come into recruiting. So recruiting is not a job that you can enlist to do. So my original job was in communications, and then when this opportunity presented itself, I volunteered, much like Sergeant James. And they send you to a recruiting course, which is 5 weeks, and they kind of teach you how to talk to people, how to identify goals and just motivations. Obviously, he joined for very different reasons than I did, just as everybody else has their own reason. So,
how does the recruiting process work?
That's a Sergeant Zaliker question.
No, it's not.
You show up, talk to some able-bodied people, high schoolers, adults, whoever, get them to buy into the program, find out if they're physically capable of being in. Find out what their goals are, because I'm gonna be honest, the military has literally something for everyone, no matter what branch you go to. Find out how you can best help them in their future, and then go from there. You get them to try to buy into the program. Essentially, that's how I look at it.
That's a great way of looking at it. Ultimately, for someone who's toying with the idea of joining, so like for you, example, like if you wanted to join, first thing you would want to do is obviously get in touch with a recruiter. And then that recruiter is going to ask you some questions. They're going to ask you some moral questions, maybe a handful, just to make sure you're not, wanted in another state for a felony. They're going to ask you some medical questions to make sure that you don't have any major medical disqualifications. And then they're going to have you take a practice test if you have not already taken a SASVAB at your high school. And then once they determine that you are medically, morally, and academically pre-qualified, they will explain the Army National Guard benefits program to you. And then really the ball is in your court to decide if this is a program that you want to pursue.
How long is the training process?
So basic training is 10 weeks. It's technically 9 weeks and 4 days long. And then job training varies in length depending on how technical the career field. So if you want to do something, in the medical field, you're going to be in training a little bit longer. If you want to do something, administrative like human resources, it's a slightly shorter job training.
So when you do combat, 'cause that's what you were in, right? Do you have to do like a mentally and physical training?
I'd say it's all pretty mental and physical, because like from day one you go to training, you're leaving home, you're making new friends, you're doing the hard training that you don't want to do because, you just don't want to do it. You're a 19-year-old kid or 18-year-old kid, so by the time you get there, you're already well prepped for it, and then you meet your unit, and then they train you up, and by the time you get there, it's nothing. It's not scary, I guess.
And in the National Guard, we prepare you 1 weekend a month leading up to basic training. So I'm going to teach you how to walk, talk, and look like a soldier, how to wear the uniform properly. You're going to be able to look at his rank and look at my rank and figure out which one of us is senior ranking. You'll understand customs and courtesies, history, and you'll have knowledge, and you will have a physical understanding of the fitness test and just kind of the overall expectations of basic training.
Is it long, like days? How long would you say a day of training is?
It just depends on what is on the training schedule. But yeah, we maximize our time in any given day. So they do plan it out well, so you stay busy, but it flies by. It does.
It's fun. It feels like you get paid to hang out with your friends every day. Realistically, I feel like I don't work. I feel like I just show up in my uniform and hang out with my friends.
I was actually just about to ask you if you have made any like really good like longtime friends from.
Yeah, like everyone in my platoon from Afghanistan, I still text. I just saw my friends from Egypt like 2 days ago. Yeah, I went down and visited them, watched the change of command ceremony. It's lifelong. I even talked to like some guys from basic training still, and I haven't seen them in like 6-7 years.
You will make friendships in 10 weeks of basic training that will last a lifetime, that somehow are more meaningful than your childhood friendships. It's a really neat experience.
Okay, well, that is all the questions I have for you guys today. So we're actually going to go into a song now, and it is Love Me Like You Used To.
We don't have to sing?
No, you
I'll
don't
sing
have to sing.
Good afternoon, PC3. That was our radio, and this is our newscast. I'm your host, Tristan Maddox.
And I'm your co-host, Sean Weaver.
We got an interesting lineup for you today, so let's get straight into it.
Absolutely. Today's weather in Valparaiso is 63 degrees. Right now it's a tad bit windy from now through 2 p.m., then it'll get cloudy for the rest of the day. The high right now is 66 and the low is 44. Tuesday the high is 54 and the low is going to be around 45 degrees.
The NBA started doing something over the offseason called the in-season tournament. This tournament consists of groups that then played all teams and all play each other, and will go when the teams finish playing each other. They will go into a single elimination until there are just 2 teams left. When those 2 teams play each other, the winning team's player will get $500,000 towards each player on that team.
The John Wick saga reached its highest point with its 4th installment, which had an epic finale that could easily serve as a definitive end to the story of Keanu Reeves' character. However, the possibility of a 5th installment is present due to the enormous success achieved with, quite frankly, the most recent movie, and producer Basil Iwanek is optimistic about the next chapter in the saga. I haven't seen any of the John Wick movies personally, but maybe this is a good time for me to start.
Yeah, I love this character called Cassandra in those movies, and actually, I think that's our next song playing up, Cassandra by Cos Civilian.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we are back, and now we're going to be talking about some overrated and underrated movies. Now, this first one that I'm going to say is probably going to make a lot of people mad, but I think the most overrated movies are Marvel movies.
I was
Okay.
gonna say the
Base.
same exact
What?
thing.
Okay,
Raise our hands up.
maybe the
Excuse
newer
me.
ones.
As a Marvel enthusiast,
I don't know.
I disagree.
I don't
Okay,
know.
but you
there's-
know the newer ones were not that good. The
There's-
older
okay.
ones are really good.
There's-
But like the
I'll
last
have you know
like
you hurt
5
my
or so.
feelings.
Okay, Guardians 3 wasn't terrible.
No, it was good.
That was the only good thing out of Phase 4.
That's good, Phase 4.
However, I can't say that all the Marvel movies are bad. They're just really similar. That's the
I
only
think
thing I
they're
can
bad.
agree with you
But
on.
they're good
I
though.
think they're over. No,
All
I think
of
they're
them?
bad. They're overrated. They're
All
not
of
good.
them?
Literally
Yeah.
Except
every
for,
single
you know
one.
what? Original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
That's
That's a
not
good
Marvel.
one.
You don't like. You
That's
don't
not
like.
Marvel?
Again, not in the
Is that-
Marvel universe.
Is that DC?
That's not
It's,
Marvel.
well, it was made canon by
Yeah.
the new Spider-Man movie,
Yeah.
but
I think DC movies are better.
that was made before.
Like
Are you
Spider-Man.
kidding? Are you
Not
serious?
Spider-Man. Superman.
Oh wow, that's sad. Did you see the new Flash movie? What did you think of that? Do you think that was good?
I don't watch Flash.
Yeah, exactly. It was a bad movie, but the fact that you
Isn't
think DC
Batman's
is better.
DC, right? Yeah. Batman's
Yes, it
part
is,
DC.
but
So, you know,
no,
I
but
think it's
I'm-
better. What's
That's
your
a-
own opinion? Even though your
that's a bad opinion. Sorry.
Yours is a
That's-
bad opinion, actually. So
Really?
no.
I'm
Yeah.
sure a lot of people would disagree with you.
I
I'm sure if
think-
we took a poll of everyone here, you would be like,
Well, we're not taking
don't
a
know.
poll right now, are we? So
everyone
guess
raise your
we'll never
hand
know.
if you prefer Marvel. If you prefer Marvel. Oh wow, look at that. That's crazy.
DC,
Okay.
more like don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It sucks.
Fine. You guys give a movie that you think is overrated.
I think Toy Story 3 is overrated.
I think all
Is
Disney
that's
movies are
that? No
overrated.
wait, that's not the new one. That's
No,
I'm
that's
sorry.
A classic. That's
I'm
not
s-
over.
I'm sorry, Bo, but I think all Disney movies are overrated. I don't, except for The Little Mermaid. The Little
What?
Mermaid's good.
No. It's not.
But I don't like Disney movies either. Yeah.
So you're just
No.
a hater of everything.
Like princess
I like-
movies?
What
Yeah.
else is there to watch?
I like Back
I
to
mean,
the Future,
there's other
Karate
things,
Kid.
but,
There's
like,
lots
there's-
of other movies other than
Disney
and
owns
Marvel.
everything though. Like,
Not really.
okay, name a movie.
Disney owns Disney.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
Back to
Disney
the
owns
Future is not Disney. Karate Kid's not Disney. Halloween's not Disney.
Weird,
Friday the
weird,
13th
weird
is
movies.
How is Halloween and Friday
Okay,
the 13th
Halloween.
weird
They're
movies?
okay. They're not weird
Nightmare on
movies,
Elm
but like
Street.
you're only. Why are you just naming horror movies? Like, why are you just?
Because you said everything's owned by Disney.
Okay, well.
And Back to
Sure.
the Future and Karate Kid is not a horror movie.
I will say the mouse owns all, so we are just
Yeah,
like it
see?
is a fact.
Disney's
The mouse
gonna,
is
like, own it. They
everywhere,
keep
and we
buying
are
things.
terrified.
Yeah.
It's inevitable in my opinion.
I have a question. Is Back to the Future the only good one, or are the sequels actually good?
The second one, I think the second one's the best one. The third one's kind of not the best, but the second one is amazing.
Stop
'Cause
watching after the
I
second
fell
one.
asleep halfway through the first one, so I
What?
never finished it. I was
Oh.
so bored when
Well,
That's-
I don't agree with that,
Yeah.
but you know, whatever.
Am I the only one that has the sentiment in saying I don't remember Back to the Future's plot? Like I don't remember it at all. Maybe
How
it's
do
been
you
too
not
long since I've
remember
watched
Back
it.
to the
Back to the
Future
Future is like
plot.
a one of a kind movie.
you're not
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
you're not
but-
gonna believe this, but the plot to Back to the Future is they go back to the future.
Well, yeah, I figured that.
In
but
the
I mean,
name,
like,
too.
Well, they
for
go
some
to the
reason, I
past
remember
and
they're
come
Yeah,
back.
like,
they don't go. I
'Cause
mean, yeah, they
he
go
has
to the
to-
past and come back. So it's kind of like.
Basically, this is. I'll give you a little rundown of what happened. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Marty
Yeah.
McFly is friends with this guy named Doc Brown. Okay. And Doc Brown invents a time machine, but he stole plutonium from some other people, and then they come to kill him. And so they shoot Doc. Don't fall asleep. I
Oh,
see
what?
you
What?
sleeping
Sorry.
over there.
Did you say
Open your
something?
eyes back up.
That's just,
Anyways,
What's up?
let me
Can you-
finish. Let me finish my thing.
yeah.
Okay.
sorry.
So he has to get in the time machine to get away from the people, and then basically gets sent back to the past, and he has to put his parents back together. Okay, Olivia.
Oh, looks like the yeah.
Oh, what's
He fell asleep.
I've never seen
Wake up, wake up.
Excuse me.
Back to the Future in its entirety. So,
You haven't seen Back to the Future in its entirety.
no.
I mean, it's a good movie.
I know that the Marty McFly actor has like Parkinson's or something.
What?
But that's about it. You don't know about that?
No, I did not know
Did you
about
not
that.
know Michael J. Fox had Parkinson's?
I don't think so.
What?
Did I? Maybe I did. I definitely. I
feel
may
like
have
you
known it at
could-
one
you-
point. I definitely did. If you would ask me anything
You could know that without even having to see the movie.
Okay, what's a movie that you think is overrated or underrated?
I agree with the Marvel thing. Like, I think Marvel is really overrated. Like the new stuff.
The new stuff,
The new
yeah.
stuff is so overrated.
But the old stuff, like if you were to watch Iron Man, Iron Man movies are such.
I feel like
good
that's just
movies.
like classic.
That's
The original-
classic, but it's still Marvel.
The original Iron Man is classic. That's not. There's no way it's underrated or overrated. It's the.
Yeah,
next
it's just
movie.
like we've
wanna
grown
know-
up around it.
You want an underrated movie?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I think Toy Story 4 is better than the third one.
Are you kidding me?
obsession with Toy Story.
Can you stop talking? That's.
I don't even know what happened in
Stop
Toy
talking.
Story 4.
Stop
to be
talking.
honest
Stop
with
giving
you.
your opinion, please.
Wow.
I don't think I ever like went
The
on to
fourth
see
one was just
those.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
They should have just ended.
I've probably seen the first Toy Story, and that's about it.
Yeah, same.
And it was
The-
probably only because we watched it in music class.
You guys really didn't watch.
So-
Toy
Well,
Story?
actually, I remember the
No.
bear dying, or something.
Lotso, yes.
Yeah, I
Love
remember
Lotso.
that.
Spoilers.
Oh,
Oh yeah, because everyone listening is definitely about to watch the Toy Story movie.
well, sorry guys.
Sorry,
You're
guys.
you're a
Sorry,
little
Cindy,
late
if
to
you
the
haven't
game.
watched Toy
Yeah.
Story,
You're a little late, so.
that's
Well,
on you. I mean,
Olivia, we heard your most overrated movie. What about underrated?
Oh gosh.
That's a harder one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that one's
it
kind
is.
of difficult.
Be careful what you
Have
say.
you guys seen Maze Runner?
Oh my
No.
gosh, I
That's
love
such a
Maze
good
Runner.
Movie. I feel like no one talks about that. That's legit my favorite movie.
Maze,
I think, of
no,
all time.
no, that like franchise is
Yeah,
so good.
That's definitely my favorite movie.
Which
of all
one's your
time.
favorite one?
The first one. I think the first one.
I think the Death Cure is the
the
best
Death
one.
Cure is really, really good.
The Death Cure was
they
the
didn't
best
like
one.
it. Never went downhill.
No, it
Yeah,
kept getting better.
I
Okay,
think
I love that.
The Hunger Games was pretty underrated.
Yeah, but no. Hunger
Underrated?
Games is very, very
I
popular.
feel like
Yeah.
a lot.
Everyone knows Hunger
The same
Games.
thing with Maze Runner. I feel like people don't talk about it.
No one talks about it, but
Yeah.
everyone's seen Hunger Games. I don't know if you think many
No,
people
I
have
remember-
seen
When it
Maze
first
Runner.
came out, it was
remember-
really popular.
Yeah.
I remember when people were talking about the Hunger Games. They like absolutely loved
But
it.
I never heard anybody talking about Maze Runner.
I know.
Ever. But it's such a good movie. Have you guys seen Maze Runner?
No,
You haven't seen Maze. You have to go home
No.
and watch Maze Runner. Trust me, you
You
will
have
not
to.
be disappointed.
I'm good. There's this movie called Gleaming the Cube with Christian Slater. It's like a skateboard movie. I think it's actually a good movie. You guys have definitely never seen it.
Is he like
but-
young in it?
Yes, he
Okay.
has like blonde hair in it. Like it's before the
I think I know what
Heathers.
you're talking about.
It's such a good movie. I think it's really underrated.
Mm.
Oh, I was wondering what was going on right there. Okay, what's another movie? Anybody else have another movie?
Anybody else? Yeah.
I'm trying to think of an underrated movie, but I can't think of any.
I feel like there's more overrated movies than underrated.
I feel like
movies.
I'm
'Cause
always
everyone's-
asking
some
people-
What'd you guys think of the FNAF movie? Oh,
Oh,
Oh, I was so upset.
I liked
I was
it.
so upset. I was so let down.
honestly,
You liked it?
I liked it.
But okay,
I was let down too. I can't even lie.
I get it. I get it. Didn't follow the lore, but I thought it was still a good twist.
Asher.
Yeah, I wanted. I don't know how to not spoil. I just wanted
Yeah.
those jump scares. I wanted to be scared, and I
That's
wasn't
true.
scared.
It was not that scary.
If you went,
Okay.
Okay, well, why don't we end this debate and start talking about
Oh,
the Reddit stories?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I got some Reddit stories here. A little shorter than last time because the last time was a little bit long. So
I do want to say before we get to Reddit stories, something did just come
Oh,
in,
Okay.
and apparently the Chicago Cubs just fired the manager David Ross and hired top manager FMR Brewers manager Krager Counsell.
It's a big deal, especially in this area because we live right next to Chicago and a lot of Chicago.
We're like 2
fans are
hours
here.
away.
Yeah, very, very big news. Very skeptical. So, yeah. So I think we'll hand back to you, but we just thought that was important, and we're gonna go back to you guys.
Okay, now we can get
okay,
into the Reddit
now we're
stories.
getting into the Reddit stories. So.
Wasn't
Sorry about
expecting that,
was a
breaking
little-
news.
Yeah, breaking news. Okay. Literally.
I was a little confused on what was
Yeah,
going on.
But we're
My
back
bad.
now. So we're gonna start on these Reddit stories. I'm gonna read like half of it, and then you guys can give your opinion on what you guys think, and then I'll read the rest. So, a few years ago, I lived in a bit of a tract home situation. In my cul-de-sac on trash day, everyone would line up their trash cans on the curb, where the trash truck would, with the mechanical arm, could easily get them. My crazy neighbor would get upset if everyone didn't pull their trash cans in immediately after the truck came. Trash day was on a weekday, and I couldn't bring my cans in until after I got home from work. Needless to say, my neighbor was very mad, and started spinning the cans around or moving it in front of my garage. Eventually, it escalates to her knocking it over or pushing it across the street into a small park. I'm at work, so what am I supposed to do? What do you guys think?
What?
I mean, there's still more of it, but like, what would you do?
I'm not really sure what just happened right there.
So basically, his neighbor, who's crazy, would always want everyone in their cul-de-sac to put in the trash cans
As
by
soon
their
as-
house as soon as the trash came and picked it up, and he was at work.
Why is
so
it
we
any
can't
of
do
his
that.
business?
Why does
Yeah,
it
I don't
matter
know.
that much?
Exactly, it's a nosy
Right.
neighbor.
He needs to
so-
get a life.
Yeah,
I think it's
for
I think it's a
real.
lady.
She needs to get a life.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Did you lose your spot in
No,
the story?
I'm good. So this is the second part. So eventually I had enough, and I bought a tube of marine grease for my grease gun. For those who don't know, it's intense stuff, and it's made to stand up to stand for all conditions, and it's difficult to get off your skin without a strong solvent like kerosene. So I lathered up the handles and take out the trash can with a pair of gloves, and then head out for work. When I came home, the can was moved a few feet, and sure enough, her stupid little hands had left a big imprint on the grease. She never touched it again.
I mean, that's a smart
She
idea.
got
That's something
caught.
I would
It
do.
stopped her from doing it.
So you're saying he put the grease gun on his trash can so she couldn't take it, basically? Is what you're saying?
Yeah. He like lathered up the handles with grease, so if you touched it with bare hands, you're gonna get stains all over your hands of grease.
Oh.
That's not.
She
so,
deserves
like-
it.
So
She deserved it. I feel like she
She
definitely
She got
deserved
caught
it.
red-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but what was the downside of her taking that trash can? Like, I'm not defending. I'm just curious. Like, why is she so into it? Was she just nosy, or was it like?
I think it's just like a crazy OCD crazy neighbor.
That's
A nosy
Huh.
neighbor.
But he wanted her. He
I
wanted
mean,
her.
yeah,
he
he
wanted
wanted
her
her to
to
do
know
it this
that he
time, yeah.
knows. Yeah.
He wanted her hands to get all greasy.
I mean, how can you not know?
How
Put his
could he
trash
not
can
know?
in a nearby park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's an odd thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have
Put it
had
in
to
a
like leave
park?
a note on the door or something. Like you need to.
Yeah. Stop. Like.
You
stop
need
touching my
to
trash can.
move on onto
Should've
something
egged her
else.
house.
Yeah.
I think
That's so
seems-
much more effort. I would have egged her house, honestly. Like, I would have started putting her trash cans out in front of her.
Yeah. Just like block her driveway
Yeah.
with those rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
cans.
Stay in her driveway with
Talk
the
to
grease.
the trash man. Have him make sure he doesn't pick up her trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the trash man's gonna do that. Okay. Well, is there more of the story, or
No, that's the whole story. That's where it ended.
do you have any more
Yeah,
stories?
I got some more stories. Oh, these other ones are a little shorter. So the next one says, so this is a response. So I can't remember the thread, but the dude recalled one night he was sitting and watching TV while his wife was crocheting. His wife asked him to please pass the remote, while his brain said pick up the remote and pass it to his wife. His body went, LOL, nope, and instead he more or less screeched involuntarily and flung the remote across the room. His wife, without stopping her crocheting, says a simple no would have sufficed. So basically,
He's
Wait.
just a big baby.
I think I missed something. Why did he screech?
involuntarily, he doesn't.
But why
know.
did he
It
throw the
didn't- It doesn't
remote?
explain. It doesn't explain.
Wait.
It just says his wife asked for the remote, and he just kind of screeched and threw it.
That's crazy, actually.
Yeah.
Who
Involuntarily.
wrote that?
Hey.
She write that?
No. It was just this was a person that read the full story, and this is more of a summary of it.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
think he was being a little dramatic.
I don't think he was upset.
If that would have happened to me, I would have just laughed.
I probably would
yeah.
have laughed too.
Like, what is your deal? Like, why are you acting this way? What provoked you to do such a
I don't
thing?
know
Screech.
how that
What
happens. I
provoked
mean,
you to screech?
It's one thing
Yeah.
to like. What's with the screeching? It's one thing to maybe talk.
Yeah,
Father.
that's why I'm like,
What's with the
what
screeching?
provoked
what were
all
you gonna
this?
say? Like, okay.
Yeah, like, why are you
He
acting
like
like that?
glitched.
I get that happening, but that seems like
I
a
think
very
he
rare-
realized that
break.
he had free will, and he just
He's like,
could.
okay.
Yeah.
Break in the
He
Matrix.
let his
like,
intrusive thoughts win and just kind of screeched and threw the remote.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any more stories?
Yeah, I got another one. You want to read this one?
I guess so.
I'm tired of reading them, so you can read some.
Okay.
Read it faster than you would.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, well.
Whoa,
I think I'm
guys,
slow, and then
whoa.
you guys are like, wait, can
Hey,
you repeat
Asher,
that?
you know what?
Okay.
Happy birthday.
What?
I'm joking.
Okay.
It's not his birthday.
Be quiet.
I was so shocked for a second. I was like, oh my gosh, is it Asher's birthday? And we just
Not my
didn't
birthday,
know.
guys.
That's December 7th.
It's for letting everyone know.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, guys.
Stay tuned.
Okay. I saw one where the guy was driving on the highway and his wallet was sitting on the passenger seat. He couldn't tell if his passenger window was open or not, so instead of attempting to move it up and down, he flicked it at the window. It was down.
That is the dumbest
So
thing
He
I've ever
just
heard
threw
in my
his
whole
window-
life.
He just threw his wallet.
Yeah.
out
Why
the
would you
window.
care if your window was open? Like, how
Like,
could
is
you
my
not
window
tell?
open? And then I toss
So
something
you
out of
throw
it.
your
like that-
wallet out
Wallet
the
out of
window?
all things. You could have done like a
Right.
pencil. Maybe you have
Right.
some coin in your glove compartment. Instead, you choose your wallet. Like,
Yeah.
Let's be
Right.
happy it was a wallet, not like like anything that could have like actually gotten hurt. Like be happy with just a wallet.
But like his ID,
been
all his
animal.
money, just like
Yeah,
toss his
that's what-
wallet.
I'd be so
Why don't
mad
you
if
just
I
move
looked
the
back.
window like up and down?
His
Is it
phone would have
car
been
window
better
or
than his
house
wallet.
window?
What?
You said car window or house window because he
Car
said-
window.
Car
He's
window.
driving. He's driving.
So why didn't he touch the glass?
Or why
do
you
you have to
just
throw
test it
something
with
out the
the
window to see
side?
if it's open or not?
It's a passenger one. So instead
Also,
of
why
testing
didn't he
with the
just
side-
like roll it up
Yeah,
and
that's what I
down?
was
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Like I don't get
That's
it.
crazy.
That like
Most
that
cars
makes
now
no.
have-
I want
I
to know
think
his
he
line of
probably just
thinking.
like totally could not think, and he was like, "Is it open?"
He also glitched.
I can't blame this
Yeah.
guy so
all,
much,
all of these are about people
like-
His
glitching.
intrusive
Yeah.
thoughts
It's
really,
what- yeah,
really
like,
came
is
out
it
there.
open? Is it open? Oh, crap.
No, sometimes I'll be like driving or something. I just think like, what if I just like threw this or like.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
like
know.
you
You just
don't do it.
you remember that you have free will.
How do you like?
But some people take the next
what do you think
step.
his thought process was after that? Like, oh, wait.
He felt dumb. He
Yeah.
probably
You
felt
had to
so
pull
dumb.
over and walk all the
I
way
would
back.
be
Yeah.
to
so
your wallet.
upset.
He had
I
to go
would've seen
drive
that.
back to his wallet.
It would be like a walk of shame. Like,
Yeah.
Someone would have had to see that.
Well, if you were on the
Yeah.
highway,
Yeah.
then like the wallet's just gone. Like there's no getting that back.
Imagine seeing
Yeah.
someone just throw their wallet out
Imagine
the
Yeah.
the wallet
window.
hitting you, hitting your
Like,
car.
oh, wallet
Yeah.
just hits
You're
your
s-
windshield.
yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
You see the ID and stuff. You're like, oh, this person lost their wallet.
He said, "Whose wallet is this?" And his ID flies out. Mr. Wallace's wallet.
John does wallet.
Yikes.
Okay, well, do you have another short story?
Yes, we
These
got-
stories don't have very much context to
They
them.
don't have
They're,
context,
like,
but they're shorter.
they don't really.
That's
make
why it's
any
funny, though.
sense.
That's what makes it funny. So we have one more. So this is more horror things, but they're only like a couple sentences. So it says, "It's really weird. My daughter said out of the blue."
Okay, actually,
Oh, we're
we,
just gonna
we
cut
don't
it.
we don't want to hear
We
your
don't want
story.
to.
Asher.
They don't want to hear my story.
We don't
okay?
want to
I
hear
don't.
your
Nope.
story. I
Don't
actually
care,
want to
Asher.
listen to the song that I don't know how to pronounce. So Olivia,
Oh, wow.
can you pronounce it for me?
Which
You really
one?
just put that on, or
Sorry.
Nice
the,
job.
The Sheeran or whatever.
Sheeran.
Sheeran.
Sheeran by Jen's.
I
Like-
thought
like-
that
By
meant,
Jen's
I thought
Le-
that meant Jenny.
Those are some nice Reddit stories. Thank you, Asher. Hey, the Reddit stories are over.
What? Oh, yeah, sorry. One second.
Okay, I'll give you time to wake up, and I'll take this next story for you. And our next story actually involves some football news. The Valparaiso Vikings beat the Michigan City Wolves 26-7 in the sectional finals. Justin Clark put up 4 total touchdowns, and the Valparaiso defense was clutch for 4 interceptions, 3 coming in the fourth quarter on 3 straight possessions, with 2 coming from Tyler Verscher. The Vikings face off against the Maryville Pirates in Demery Stadium this Friday. Game starts at 7 p.m. The Vikings are looking to go to back-to-back semi-state games.
CJ Stroud came into Sunday's game against the Bucks for a normal day and tried to win the game. Then he started throwing a dime to everyone who was losing by a touchdown going into the fourth quarter. He ended up the night with 470 passing yards, which broke a record, and then he had 5 passing touchdowns.
Since Avengers Endgame, the franchise seems to have struggled to meet the expectations of fans, which were at an all-time high at the conclusion of the Infinity Saga. Now, a new rumor suggests that one of their greatest lost assets could be about to make a comeback in the form of, God forbid, a contract. Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man was shared in a post from Internet Scooper My Time to Shine Hello on Twitter, formerly now known as X, claiming that Downey Jr. has already signed up to return to the MCU for a new project. While it does not give any further details on whether this will be as a variant of Iron Man or as his original character, the claim comes hot on the heels of a detailed report by Variety suggesting a return for the original Avengers team.
Now let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
So we are going to be playing Heads Up now. So I've never played this game before with you guys. So do I just
really?
take a card?
You've played before, Heads Up before, though, right?
I've played the mobile version of Heads Up.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
It's legit as that, but physical.
Okay.
So
You guys might want to turn off the
yeah,
TV
can you
in
guys turn
here
off the
so we
TV in
can
here so we cannot
not-
cheat?
Oh,
That'd
yeah.
be
not
great.
cheat.
Someone turn
I
that
mean, for
TV
me, it's not
off.
really a problem because it's
Even
not
though you
next
could
to me,
totally
but
It's right in front of me.
Olivia is gonna have a little struggle with that.
Oh, Cole's
So
just
if we are.
frozen. It reminds me of that
I was
Thank
thinking
you.
about
grab
that.
one from the top.
I'm already holding mine though.
Yeah, I have one from the top.
We shuffle.
I'm just gonna hold it up, but I'm not gonna look at it. We're good
Yeah.
for this round. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is mine upside down though?
Okay.
Yes, both of yours are upside down.
Oh, okay. Yours
Is
good.
mine upside
No,
down?
you're good. You're good. So Olivia, you want to go first?
Did you guys guess
yeah,
mine?
we're telling you. Okay.
Okay.
So
Can you see mine?
This person has a very set schedule, like hours.
Yes.
Very set hours.
but they get the summer off.
They get the summer off.
They get the every
Yes,
summer
they
off
get the
and
summer
weekends.
off.
Oh, it's a job.
It is
Yes.
a job, yes. They get weekends and the summer off.
And they work with kids.
A teacher.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That one was easy.
Yeah.
This is something that
Oh, that was my turn right now?
Actively do.
yeah, we're doing yours.
Okay.
You actively do it, and you kind of
It's a
learn this at a
sport.
young age. It's also a sport. It involves
To learn it,
dancing
you just kind of like throw yourself in. and
Yeah.
You learn it.
Oh, swimming.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you got
Yours-
this one last time.
He
I
did
probably
get this
did.
one last time.
Guitar.
It's in-
instrument.
Yeah, I was about to
Guitar.
say.
Oh,
instrument.
drums,
No.
No.
guitar.
It's kind of a long word.
What? Saxophone.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we should pick another one.
So
up?
then we all pick another one. So.
Is mine upside down?
Oh.
Let me see.
What is that?
No, you're good.
I don't know, but I don't think.
What
is
is
there a word
mine?
on the other side?
No. I don't know
Oh.
what that is. I put
Okay,
it down.
this is a
I'm
picture.
not sure what that is.
Yours
Mine
is good.
work.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Is mine upside down?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
so
not really sure what that is though. So
I think that's a.
is it a place? Is that a
I
place?
say you. I think it's a place, but I would give you a new one.
Yeah, I'm
Because
not
I
sure.
don't know. That's Tijuana.
I don't really
That
know how to
sounds familiar,
explain
but I don't
that.
know what
I've
it
definitely
is.
heard that before.
I
but
have
I
That
don't know how
card
to
was
explain
definitely for a different segment.
it. Okay.
Probably.
Yours
Upside down. This is
Okay.
an instrument and you hit it.
Drums.
Yeah.
Okay, what's mine?
Yours is, it's a Disney movie. Involves a Disney movie.
Oh.
It's also an animal.
When the brother kills the other
Lion.
brother. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's just lion. It's not like
Yeah,
a
it's just
thing.
lion.
Okay. You do this when you have to write a paper, but you don't write it in pencil.
Typing.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're doing good at this.
We are.
Just give me one.
Okay. Yours is
Fine.
upside down.
Upside down. What is it? Oh,
Okay.
you protect the wall.
Yes, and people
And
in your
people.
county. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Police officer.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Your, an instrument, a strings instrument.
Yeah.
Violin.
No. but
Guitar.
It's like
more
way
common.
more basic,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Guitar?
You got it.
Okay, you are a really annoying bug that doesn't stop
Ant.
making noise.
Oh wait, noise.
Yes, and it
Grasshopper.
also produces something that we eat.
Honey. Bee.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, you got
This one?
Ah. Okay. Upside down
Upside down.
again. Okay, you've definitely gotten this one before.
Yeah, you've had this one.
Like
It's something. It's at a job.
last
You
time?
do this at a job,
Yeah.
and you.
a teacher.
No.
Well, no.
It's at a restaurant. You do this. A busser would come in, take people's food, and then you take it up back to a person.
Would you-
that-
Dishwasher.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Technically
well,
washing
technically
dishes,
washing
but
dishes, but it's like
washing
yeah.
dishes.
It's something people do in like California. It's very like. It involves a board and water.
wait. Sorry, I was too busy trying to figure out what yours was. What did you say mine was?
It's something they do in like California, Florida. They involves
Surf?
yeah.
Surf. I
What is-
honestly don't
You
know
need to
what
pick a
yours
new
is.
card because I have
I've
no idea
never
what
heard
that
that.
is.
You sure?
Yes.
Who
Have you
is
heard of
that?
Romeo Dobbs. I don't know.
Just pick a new card.
It's
Upside down. Rich old
Golf.
people do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember that from last time. I think I had it.
Okay.
Or no, someone else had it.
Just hand it to me.
Okay. Is mine upside down? Yours is upside down. That I
You
don't.
need to pick a new one.
That is a whole like rundown right there on yours. You got a whole
You got a
rundown.
whole rundown. You have an email address.
You have,
What the heck?
you have the teacher. You have Jenny's.
We could have acted that one out.
You guys
What
should
is
get
this?
one.
Okay.
Yours is upside down. Okay.
Okay.
You can do mine first.
Yeah, yours is an animal.
You ride on the animal.
Yeah, it has a saddle.
Horse.
Yes.
Yours. Oh, it's something that we do. We do
There's
this
a
every
whole
day.
room of them.
Producer.
There's a whole
No.
room. No.
It's something you hold.
In the equipment room, there's a ton of what?
Phones, cameras.
Yeah, there you go.
Camera.
Camera. Okay. Okay. Oh, you do this during Halloween.
This is very
You have
festive.
it during Halloween.
Basket.
You carve them normally.
Pumpkins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Technically, it was pumpkin.
Oh.
It was
so
singular.
sorry.
Asher.
Oh.
Oh, I saw that one through it. Okay.
Okay, so you're something we're gonna talk about this in a sec. It's our next segment.
Actually, why doesn't she
I don't
go
know our
last then?
next.
You'll go first.
I'll go
and yours
first?
is upside down. You.
This is what you do with this piece of equipment.
Yeah.
record
Well, no.
The
It's still.
other one.
It's a still thing.
pictures.
Yes. Technically photo,
Picture,
but.
photo. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
This is a food. This would be like in a kid's lunchbox.
Chips.
No, very common. Like if you were to watch a TV show and the kid opened up his lunchbox, what would you see?
Sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yours is we're doing it for this next segment.
Yeah. Okay, it's
don't have
it's
it.
on
They're scary,
Halloween.
they're
They come out of a grave or something.
Oh, like ghost stories? Ghost?
Yes.
Ghost.
Ghost.
So let's go off of that. You're not doing yours. Well, we'll go
I
into
was a
ghost
snake.
stories. We'll go into
We'll go into ghost stories.
right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
So.
You said you had.
Oh.
Okay, so
Never mind.
Okay,
We're
we're
gonna-
actually going to a song. And
Yeah.
it's If You Want by Greyface.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Let's
man.
go.
Nice.
Oh, we're back on news.
Oh, well, you think it's pretty neat, huh? Let's get right into it.
The new Fortnite season just came out last Friday, and by golly, it might just be the best idea they ever came out with. They ended up clocking in a total of 44 million players on Saturday, and over 100 million total games played, which were record-breaking for numbers of Fortnite.
In some Florida man news, on May 23rd, 2021, a Florida man was arrested for attacking his daughter with a pizza after she didn't want to eat it with him. During the afternoon, a man named Tyler Warden visited the Vero Beach home of a 20-year-old daughter, Kristen Warden. He brought a pizza for them to eat together. She told him that she wasn't feeling well and asked him to leave, to which he proceeded to throw pizza slices at his daughter, hitting her in the face.
Rebel Moon director Zack Snyder details the shared universe and canceled crossover between his upcoming space epic and a previous film franchise. Set to hit Netflix in December, Snyder's upcoming film tells the story of a warrior named Korra, who must rally the residents of a peaceful farming colony against a tyrannical galactic ruler. The movie, which is subtitled A Child of Fire, will be the first of a two-part saga with the potential for more projects to come down the line.
Well, Sean, I think we had a great day. I liked being up here, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. So let's go back to our news crew, our radio crew.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Okay, guys, so we're back, but sadly, Good Afternoon PC3 is coming to an end. And don't forget that if you want to get some PC3 merch, go to PC3.com and you can order some. Do you guys have anything else to say before the show ends?
Should we say our favorite segments?
Yeah, probably the banter. Maybe the underrated, overrated movies.
Yeah.
Now I know where people stand.
I like the National
And
Guard.
who I like.
Oh
my God.
yeah. Hearing from the National
Oh, that
Guard
was
was
really
really
cool, too,
nice
yeah.
today.
Really good questions. So.
Yeah. That was a really good.
Okay, guys,
segment.
well, come on tomorrow for our next show, and we're signing off.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you to our guests.
Thank you.
Oh.